Spartans! What is your profession?
Every step I took alone, built a kingdom all my own. No more shadows pulling strings. I am light, I am wings.
I walked away, no chains to bind. I left the past, I cleared my mind. The road was rough, the skies were gray, but I broke free, I found my way.
I walked away, I broke the chain, left behind their endless rain. Tried my best to make it fit, but their world wasn't it. Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. I tried my best, I gave my all, but their world was too small. They couldn't see beyond their walls, so I chose to rise, not let myself fall.
Saw their ways a hollow sound. No real love was ever found. Left them there where they belong. Now my heart beats twice as strong.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust.
Freedom's here and I can trust. Their whispers fade like distant songs. I found my voice where I belong. No anchors now, no shadows stay. I face the sun, a brighter day.
They wanted walls, I wanted skies. I couldn't live their tangled lies. Now I'm soaring, winds at play, dancing light in every way.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
Now I'm free, running strong. I won't look back where I don't belong. Left their weight in the fading dust. Freedom's here and I can trust.
I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe. I'm free, I'm running wild, like the laughter of a child. Free from their weight, I can breathe. This is my time to believe.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone is doing well. I am in the building. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. Or like some of my friends like to say, I do my best to annoy you to success. Let's go. Let's get it. So tonight it is going to be pretty fun, pretty interesting. We're going to be continuing working on our, where's my mouse? On our security scanner that we've been working on for the past couple of weeks on and off. Would like to get that completed. We've been working on that in Lovable. And I'm going to be talking about also how I actually appreciate when these large language models actually hallucinate. And that'll sound actually crazy to you, but you will see why it is actually the hallucination of like ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever else, for me, it is super duper valuable. It might not make much sense now, but I think as I get into it, it will make a little bit more sense. Let me change one thing real quick. Let's go to, let me see if I can do this. All right, let's go with that. All right, cool, perfect. So that's gonna be the goal for today. So working on the app, talking about hallucinations, and we're going to be talking about some other articles with Google and with another AI provider that sounds pretty cool. So that's the plan for today. Let me jump into some housekeeping really quick, let you guys know what's coming up, all of that good stuff. So first and foremost, just want to say a big thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel, those who are brand new, those who have been with me for a very long time, those who I see all the time, and those who I see every now and then. Every single last one of you, I appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And a big shout out to the Tech Coach Ralph Patreon members, my Tech Barbarians, my Tech Prodigy members, my Technical Explorers. We work so hard in our Vibe Code and Chills, in our Scrum Nights, our Scrum Reviews, our Sprint Reviews, all of that good stuff, allowing me to add additional value, one-on-one value, where we can meet up, we can talk about tech and ideas and innovations, all of that good stuff. We are the best.
We the best.
And always my Tech Mercenaries, my YouTube channel members, who help me out so much in all that we do, allow me to have my content in a myriad of languages, hitting like from here to we've had people in Tokyo reach out to us and ask for help, and it has been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much to my Tech Mercenaries. Let's get it out there.
Let's get it.
All right. Other thing, shout out to the sponsors of the show, Resume Flow. Get your resume analyzed. Go ahead and upload it. See what the ATS, the applicant tracking system, how it sees your resume, what score it gives you, and then put in a job description and see how well you match up to that job. Go and get hired today. Stop applying and praying. Still pray, but don't just apply and pray. Apply smarter, right? Your prayer is going to go a lot further if you actually use your brains as part of it. You know what I'm saying? So go to resumeflow.app. Shout out to, thank you for sponsoring the show for today. Upload your resume, get some feedback, all of that good stuff. Tomorrow we're going to be the bug bite. What are we talking about tomorrow? I don't even know, but it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. I reviewed it. It's gonna be. Oh, I think it's about Starlink. It's about Starlink. So you guys know the satellite internet provider Starlink. We're gonna be reviewing an article about that. Go ahead and tune in tomorrow at noon for the bug bite. All of that good stuff, and then we're going to be going live on Sunday, working on DevOps type stuff. Oh my God, I've been working on some crazy DevOps stuff, which I'm going to highlight for you as we get into the show today. But that is where we are at. Do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content as well. If you want additional information, if you want to vibe code and chill with me every other Saturday, techcoachralph.dev, send me a message. We can have a one-on-one, whatever it is that you need. Hit me up at techcoachralph.dev. I'm going to check the chat before I get into my first little soliloquy about why I love hallucinations. And I don't even need any shrooms. I'm telling you, right? All right. So let me check the chat, see who we got in the building today. Let's see. We got, of course, my number one homie, Junior in the building. Says, what's up, family? What's good with you, Junior? How are you doing on this lovely Thursday evening? And Junior says, how do we know that Coach is black? Not because you see him on the screen. No, that's not why. It's because he's late to his own live streams. Junior, if, once you hear my my first story, my first topic for today, you're gonna cut me some slack because I have been going back and forth. It's been great. Don't get me wrong, it's been great, but I've been going back and forth getting this thing to work. It's been crazy, but it's been great, and it's like I have this really really addictive personality that I could like. I'll start working on something and I get so close, right? And I just have to stick to it. I cannot let it go. I cannot let it go. So, and that's why that I was late to my own live stream.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know, I mean, to be fair, I might not even show up to my own funeral. So who knows? Who knows, right? Who knows? We got Maye Media in the building. What's good? What's going on with you, Maye Media? How are you doing today? Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Oh my goodness, we got J Ben in the building. What's up, J Ben? What's good? How are you doing? Hopefully everything is going well with you. J Ben says tech. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. Oh, we got my Jamaican brethren in the building. Says Wagwan family, and then it's like Dea Medea. What's good, y'all? It says thanks for pulling up on us over at the Courtney Egger Show on Tuesday. Much appreciated. Shout out to the Courtney Egger Show. You guys are awesome over there. You know what? I was on there last night. Yeah, I was on there because I was working late last night. So I was listening in the background, and while I was like still addicted to this work that I was doing, I was like he actually normally his show is so late that it's hard for me to catch it live, but he's been earlier this week, and I was like, I was working, and then he ended up ending the stream before I was done working. I'm like, okay, I guess it's time for me to go to sleep. He was like, once he ended the show, I'm like, all right, now I guess I'm going to sleep. But shout out to y'all. You guys are doing amazing work out there. All right, so I'm gonna get into this first topic, right? This first topic. So I'm gonna throw. Let me put this banner down. So we're gonna get into the building the web app scanner, but I'm gonna talk about this first, right? I really want to talk about this first because a lot of people, they will say all this stuff about, oh, you gotta be not afraid. I mean, people are afraid of it, but they're like, oh, you gotta be careful because it likes to hallucinate and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I love hallucinations. Yes, I do. Why do I love hallucinations? All right, so I'm gonna put 5 minutes up on the clock to explain to you guys why I believe these large language models hallucinating is a great thing. All right. So let me throw up 5 minutes on this clock, right, before we get to work. So here's the deal, right? If you guys remember, I was working on getting Indico containers, which is for event management, right? For like conferences and stuff like that, events. I was working on that on Sundays to get that deployed, and I was trying to figure out how to get it on Amazon Web Services, right? But we got it there on Amazon Web Services for Elastic Container Service, but trying to get it into my work environment was an absolute nightmare, and I was running out of time. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep working on this after the fact. At the time, the way that AI is now, and the way that I've learned to use it was not the way that I had it available to me back then. So I was like, you know what? I had asked Manus, hey, can you tell me how to install this on AWS? But Manus to me at least, it's not the greatest tool for iterative steps. To me, more of a ChatGPT, Gemini does a better job for iterations. So I was like, you know what? Let me ask Gemini. So the past today and yesterday, I've been working so closely with Gemini, trying to get this thing installed. And we went in loops over and over and over again, but I was able to identify a lot of those loops. So I was like, all right, so this isn't working here. That's not working there. Let's make adjustments. Let's make shifts, right? So the thing is though, here's why I think the hallucinations are great, because the a lot of times our thinking is really confined. It's really stuck in like, okay, only trying what we think are sure, or like what we hope to be sure things that work. But when these large language models hallucinate, I actually like to try out what they say. And when it doesn't work, I'm like, okay, cool. That didn't work. Let's keep going. And a lot of times we actually get to a solution. But here's also why I'd rather the hallucination, right? Because I honestly, I while working on other, like, other things, I'm still focused on getting the right Amazon code, the right AWS code to work. And the amount of time I was able to spend with somebody who's not like that well trained in the Terraform environment, but even so, the Terraform environment at work, I was able to work pretty much one on one with Gemini, and do like where I got stuck last time, and I was having trouble having people to actually be able to help me and guide me to like, how do I fix this? I was able to spend hours upon hours up until like midnight yesterday working with a Gemini, trying different ways to get this application to work. And I pasted my code into Gemini, and I said, this is the code that I have. And Gemini's like, okay, this is good, but this is the parts that are wrong. Let's go ahead and fix this. Let's go ahead and fix that. And then I put that Terraform in there, and we got that working. So I was like, all right, cool. My Terraform is good now. And then I'm like, okay, well, now when I try to start the app, I'm getting this error. And it's okay. So now you have to update your Docker file. You got to do this. You got to do that. I'm like, okay, well, this way that I'm using, the way that I'm trying to do this, I don't have permission to do it at work. How can I get around it? It's like, okay, let's scratch this particular idea that you were trying before, and let's use this instead. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And now I can actually see the app starting. And I'm like, the amount of time, the amount of like, it was like a personal tutor, personal assistant, so many different things that I was able to do one-on-one. And it's an absolute game changer. But the fact that there were these hallucinations, that, because like I said, it would tell me over and over and over, this will fix it, this will fix it, this will fix it. And it didn't. And the funny thing is, it keeps on saying, oh, I know you're getting frustrated. I'm like, I'm not getting frustrated. There was nobody that was able to dedicate that much time into helping me. And even if they were, I don't think they would be able to know. And what I've noticed is, even when you put in inadequate documentation, like let's say, like one thing that engineers are terrible at is good documentation, right? They expect people just to hallucinate how their application
Get
works.
a move on, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
And I was like, well, this is like, so it actually pushed me forward, and helped me figure out a lot of things. And I think, like, if we can get out of the mindset of like, oh, whatever it says is what it's supposed to be, and know that, look, it's trying. And I think it can be very innovative with the ideas that it has. And so I will try, like, I'm like, because I need to figure this stuff out. I'm trying. Like, it's like we're throwing spaghetti at the wall, and a lot of times, eventually, something ends up working out. So for me, I don't really mind the hallucinations that these large language models do, because they end up like, I would say when I had did before, I was probably about 30% of the way there, but I thought I was like 90% of the way there. Then putting it into Gemini and going back and forth, getting this to work, getting like these little components to work, and progressively you're saying, okay, and then whenever I would copy the logs into Gemini, and I said, okay, these are the logs that I have now. I said, okay, we're making progress. I'm like, okay, good. So we're getting further and further and further to now. I think I'm 99% of the way done. I think I'm 99% of the way done. And I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. But it's because of the hallucinations that AI does. It doesn't bother me. Not at all. I'm not frustrated, because guess what? There was nobody to help me get as far as I got. And there was going to be no, like, I would have to actually take engineers' time for something that it's really not worth their time. we have a subscription to Gemini Pro.
What's this?
Oh my god!
Oh, it's only money.
Shout out to Courtney Egger. I'm gonna get to it in just a second. I'm gonna get just a second, right? My people are in the building, but yeah, like I was saying, the hallucinations that these large language models give you, they are actually very, very helpful. All right. So, anyways, don't be bothered by the hallucinations. Actually embrace them and help you be more innovative and creative and try new things out. And if it doesn't work, you find out and let the large language model know so that it can add that to its learning model, so that it goes, okay, this doesn't work, so let me not suggest it again, and we can go from there, right? So that's why I absolutely love hallucinations, and I don't need any mushrooms for it. All right, I am going to check the chat before we get into our first segment of work and say hello to all my friends. But first and foremost, Courtney Egger Show in the building. Shout out to you as well. Great shows you had this week, and thank you for having them a little bit earlier because I could actually tune in.
I appreciate you.
And I'll tell you this, like I was on the stream last, you know, I was in there last night, and I was just working on this stuff, and I was like, well, I got somebody to keep me company as I'm working through all the stuff that I was working on, so I appreciate that as well. All right, let me go back to the chat to see what we got going on. Let's see. J Ben says that we shifted the time up. Most folks are complaining about the time. I was like, man, it's like, for me, I don't know what time zone you guys are in, but it's starting at midnight. I'm like, man, I gotta go to sleep because I gotta wake up early in the morning. But I saw you guys on early. I'm like, oh yes, I can actually tune in and contribute. We got my guy Magnetar in the Magnetar. I got a great topic for you tonight, but it says Sith Coach Ralph.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Magnetar, I got an article about Math GPT. I don't know if you've heard about it yet, but I have an article about Math GPT. So we're going to be checking that out at our third break. And it says, can someone hide Monica, please? Which Monica? Am I lost? Oh, wait, Monica? What's going on over here? Give me a second here. Let me see. I don't know. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Magnetar? I'm a little confused. All right. We got Courtney Egger Show says, my guy. No, my guy.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. What is he talking about? It must be coming from another stream y'all talking about. All right. We're going to get into our first segment of work. So, like I said, we're going to be working on the web security app. And for those who are not familiar with it, I built an app to scan applications targeting vibe coded apps so that we can have some more assurance that our apps are safe. It's going to do a full scan and stuff like that. So we've been working on that. I started working on that back beginning of July. But when they tell you, you can get an app up in a week, sometimes that's true. Like that I did for my mom. But usually the more complex it is, the more time it is going to take. All right. So I'm gonna jump into and put up our first 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
And I'm gonna show you where we're at. So let me see, what did we do last time? By the way, Lovable is going to discontinue legacy mode. So they're gonna enable agent mode, where based on your prompt, that's how it's gonna charge you. I'm not too crazy about that, but it is what it is. We'll see how it works. When they first came out with legacy mode, I was not a fan of that, but maybe it got better. So come September 1st, it'll be enabled anyways. So I'm just gonna let it ride out. Until then, I'm going to use each one of my tokens. All right. So, and today's my last day of the month, and I still have 50 credits remaining. I'm telling you, I am not fiending for these tokens as much as I used to. But I've gotten a lot more efficient. So Basically, let's go ahead and try this app. I don't remember where we left off last week, so we're gonna give it a try. This is the app right here, the Vibe Coded Security Analyzer. Protect my vibe. I called it Protect My Vibe, right? Playing off Don't Kill My Vibe. Also, we do have the song called You Killed My Vibe. So it's a vibe. It's a vibe, right? It's a vibe. So the way that this works is we're gonna put in a website address. What's the website? Let's go to resumeflow.app. And we're gonna do a comprehensive scan. And we're going to say the authentication is going to be form-based, and it's going to be resumeflow.app, put the www, and it's going to be, I don't even know what the password is, to be honest with you. Let me go find a password for this thing. Give me a second. Let me find a password for this application. Let's see. And we go here. All right, cool. So we are going to say techcoachralph@gmail.com. It should be, email. All right, and we want a comprehensive email. All right, so now we're gonna scan. I'm gonna open up this over here. So the scan is started. Because last time we got all the way to where it was giving us the results, but some stuff were not complete. So we're gonna be working on that tonight. Let's see. Courtney Egger, if you are on Discord, hit me up. And you're using StreamYard though. I think it's possible in StreamYard, but hit me up and I can give you some insight on how I do all that stuff. But you are using StreamYard, so, and I do not use StreamYard because I'm on a Mac and I think StreamYard is kind of limited on the Mac. But hit me up, TechCoachRalph on Discord, and I will share with you some of that insight on how I do this crazy stuff. Let's see. All right. So the scan is going. So after the scan is done, it's going to take us to our report. And now we have AI analyzing the report through Perplexity and OpenAI. So it says the risk is critical, right? Because it found 24 critical issues. It's not giving me the scan duration. AI-powered intelligence. So that is working. And let's see. So this is the part that bothers me because the security, so all this stuff is not populating, right? And we want this to populate. We have all these security, right? So we can investigate these security issues later, but I want to know why my security score isn't populating, my score breakdown isn't populating. So, and the way I'm going to figure that out is by looking at this information over here, these executive summaries. So basically the way that it works, this stuff over here is supposed to populate into here. And it's not doing that. Well, the security score is right. Let's see, scan results. Let's see, score breakdown. All right, so let's see what's going on. So scan results. Let me zoom in on this too. Oh yeah, good, cool. All right, so if we look at our scan results and see what we have in here. There's nothing in there really. And then, all right, so let's look at test results. All these passed. So why am I not getting a security score? So executive summary. Let's see, comprehensive security analysis. Let's see where that is. Reveal. All right, so there's that. Overview. Security analyst has identified. All right, where's the overview? So these are decent. But I'm not seeing where is the score breakdown coming from? The breakdown shows exactly which security errors affecting your score. So I'm trying to find that part. If you look at the AI threat analysis, assessment, prioritize issues, executive summary, action plan, threat intelligence. So we got this coming in. We have that. So why am I not getting a score breakdown? All right, so that's going to be our first prompt. Why aren't we getting a score breakdown and a security score? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to copy this executive summary. And we're going to go in here and say, all right, so there are some fields that are not being populated in the executive summary. Also, my security score is always 0 and I'm not getting a score breakdown. It says the score is, or the score breakdown is on a bit. Says this. It says, can we make sure we are getting this as well? All right, so let's go and send that out. Actually, I was gonna paste this too. That way, it can see everything that it can use that data in order to try to fix things. And the scan duration is showing 0. That's not good either. I'll ask for that afterwards. All right, so now that should fix the calculations. Shout out to Mr. Lack on Arena. Shout out to you. Thank you for following and tuning in. Shout out to May also on Arena. All right, so let's see it. So we're going to try this again after it's done. Let's take a look at the code that it's writing. All right, I've significantly improved the executive summary component to properly calculate and display security score. Here are some key features. Fixed security score calculation. Enhanced score breakdown provides detailed breakdown showing exactly what's affecting the score. Dynamics executive summary, improved data extraction, risk level calculation, better visual feedback. The security score now uses a more sophisticated algorithm. And I like the fact that it can actually write these algorithms for you. All right, so now to go back over here. Well, not there. Well, let me see. Oh, wait. Look at that. We got a score. And we got... So I just have to refresh. So it did the algorithm after the fact. So score breakdown, critical vulnerabilities, 60. Negative 60, because there's 24 found. And then the other ones were good, actually. And it's still doing the... All right, so it goes to threat analysis, critical issues. All right, so I'm going to say, let's see. The scan duration is returning as an A. Can we accurately put the scan duration on the site? Actually put it on in the results. Let's see what that says. Can we actually put the scan durations in the results? Are we capturing the start and end time of the scan to accurately populate that field? That's what we get. All right, looking at the code, I can see the scan duration is showing NA because we're not properly calculating it from the available timestamps. Let me fix this by updating analysis step to properly calculate and store the scan duration. Let's see. All right, so scan duration will properly be calculated and displayed. Proper time tracking setting started at when the scan begins. Duration stored in results, including the duration. Now the scan duration should show the actual time it took. All right, let's go and see if we need to run it over or if we need to. Okay. All right, let's run it over. Let's run it over. All right, that's not here. Let's go back to scan setup. And let me see if I can pull up another site. Let's do this one instead. Well, I don't know the login for that one, so let me go back to the other one. And we're going to say comprehensive, and we're going to say authentication, form-based auth, and HTTPS. Dashboard. Okay, email. And let's see. Let's start the scan, see what we get. Let's see what we get. So the scan is going. Oh, look at that. There's a timer on here too. Not a timer, but I guess it's a timer. Counting the amount of time it takes. So that should be the one that's populated onto the duration, I guess. So it's going through the reconnaissance. So all right, so pluperfective to answer what's it's based on is it's doing authentication, it's doing a reconnaissance, crawling the web app to discover URLs, it's doing URL validation, and that's what it's supposed to be doing. At least it's supposed to be doing this. URL validation, vulnerability testing, and then the analysis. It's going to take the results that it finds and it's supposed to pass it through Perplexity. And duration took 1 minute. So no, why is this now? No comprehensive data available. Something happened. All right, let's see what happened. Too big for me to see. Hold on. All right, so let's see what happened because something didn't work out too well. See if I refresh this. Something did not. Let's go back to the console. Why am I getting has real? All right, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna say something happened when scanning that it did not provide real scan data. And I'm gonna say take a picture of this because it must have messed something up. It messed something up because we were getting real data before, and then all of a sudden it made the changes for the duration and it severely broke. And I'm not sure because I don't have that much information to see what exactly happened. Let me go to Supabase in the meantime. If I go to edge functions, scan executions. Something had to fail. Something had to fail.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Oh wait, there goes a bunch of failures over here. Let's see. Well, it's actually going to the site. I don't know. Doing SQL injections. It's getting a response. Anyways, while Lovable is thinking, we will go back to it after our break. But let me see who we got in the building and say hello, hello, hello. And then I'm going to get to this topic of Google firing managers. All right. So let me see. Where were we at? Magnetar says, I haven't heard of Math GPT. Well, Magnetar, you will tonight because we're gonna be reviewing Math GPT. Courtney Egger show says, I like how the animation popped up when the super chat came. I gotta learn how to do that. Like I said, I got you. Hit me up on Discord and I will show you. I think you should be able to do it on StreamYard. But I will show you. I'll show you what I got. Let me see. We got Angie D in the building. Because when are you going to have your QA training course? Is that something you plan to do? Oh my God, that's a question. That is a good question. So I'll tell you this, right? This is what I did. I was like, you know what? It might be a good idea to do a course, right? And I was gonna show how you can use AI to learn and all this type of stuff. And I even like did the whole plan on what I would do. And I was like, you know what? This is a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Putting a course together is no joke. So I thought about it, but I just don't know where I have the time to do it. But that's why I still offer one-on-one coaching. Because here's what I learned, right? Here's what I learned. A lot of people who end up, like, I'll say 99% of the people who end up coming to me for coaching, they went to a boot camp. They've done online courses, right? But the problem that they have is getting like practical, useful experience, getting the resume right, getting to work on valuable apps. So it's like, I could do a course, but then it's a lot of work. And then people are still going to need one-on-one coaching. And I'm like, I don't know. The answer is, I don't know. If I do, it's not going to be right now because it is a lot of work. But if you do, like, and plus the thing is, I always like recommend go like take this Udemy course for QA, for web development, for project management, for whatever it is that you want to do, and then we can work together so I can help you build out some real experience, get some insight, be innovative, how to use AI in the right ways in these fields so that you can actually do something valuable, work on some projects that are going to be out there to the public. So as far as a course, I don't know. I would really have to go away for a long time and focus on creating the videos, the material, all that good stuff. With AI now, it's a little bit easier to do, but it's still a lot of work, a lot of recording, all that stuff. But I do still offer one-on-one coaching if that is something that's that's of interest, and then I can guide you through, do this, do that, do this, do that. Have our check-ins every week or every other week, and plan from there. So for right now, that's the best I can offer and say. Let's see. Magner says, there he is. Quick, lock her up in the locker in the office. Pluperfective says, what are these scans based on? So the scans are based on, so this basically what I tried to do was create a end-to-end workflow to do these scans. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I can just do a web-based security scanning application where I can, like the way that I'd want it to work based on what we learned from the ethical hacking course, and having these apps that I was building that I wanted to make sure that they were secure. So that's what it's based on, but it does like it goes through the stages of like penetration testing, doing the ethical hacking, ethical hacking, doing the reconnaissance, the like, you know, all that stuff, right? So that's basically what it's based on. Let me see. It says, give you a government job with Lewinsky. You're not gonna let Bill play. You guys are funny. Pluperfective says, easier question. What testing techniques is this based on? Basically using Gemini, ChatGPT to figure out what things to scan for, telling, like prompting it, this is what I want to do, and it said, okay, these are the things that we should do. Getting the code to work. It's a variety of things. I like, as we were building it, I went through it, but if I had to recall all the different things that we did in the past 2 to 3 months on getting this to this point, I would not be able to tell you that. Let me see. Senior citizen. You guys are funny. Let's see. It says, Junior will tell you, please, that the government is no longer hiring. They always hiring. I'm sorry, my friends just got my friend just started for Border Patrol, right? So he's in training right now. Let's see. This says Trump needs real ones in the building. There's still room for me. It says, I thought the government was always hiring, even when they are firing a lot of people. See, I'm telling you. It says, think the scanner is fundamentally flawed. Then look into OWASP. So, from my understanding, the scanner is based off some OWASP principles, but who knows? But thank you for your insight. Thank you for your insight, Pluperfective. All right, so we are going to get into. Let me see. Anybody over here? Let me see. Shout out to AM Key on Arena as well for tuning in. All right, we're gonna get into this Google slashing 1/3. Yes, 1/3 of their managers. Let me put 5 minutes up on the. Oh my goodness, hold on. All right, I'm gonna jump over to put 5 minutes up on the clock, and we're gonna jump over to this one. So this article is brought to us by Benzinga, and it says Google slashes over 1/3 of managers leading small teams over the past year, a report says.
How dare you?
All right, so let me zoom in on this. That's really all right. Hold on. I gotta do some modifications. Let me get rid of some stuff over here. Much better. And this is super annoying. What is this over? Give me a second here. Gotta get rid of these too. Just be all up in your on your screen, taking up space. Get rid of that one. All right, there we go. Now we're good. All right, so Alphabet Inc. Google has reportedly eliminated 35% of managers overseeing teams of 3 people or fewer over the past year. I mean, 3 people or fewer? That's kind of, I mean, I got two teams. We have about 4 people on each team. So yeah, I guess. It says trending investment up. All right, so that's not it. All right, so let me see. Where are we? All right, so management layer reduction accelerates. Brian Well, Vice President of People Analytics and Performance, disclosed the figures during the all-hands meeting last week. The cuts specifically targeted managers of small teams as part of a broader initiative to reduce managerial and directorial roles company-wide, according to internal company communications reported by Business Insider. Google previously reported a 10% reduction in manager, director, and VP positions in December, signaling an ongoing structural transformation. Google did not immediately respond to their request for comment. Tech-wide efficiency movement. Google joins a growing list of technology giants implementing organizational flattening strategies. Microsoft, Amazon, Intel, and Meta have pursued similar management reduction initiatives to accelerate decision-making and operational efficiency. So basically what they're saying is, in order to move faster, to be a little bit more liquid, a little bit more fluid, they're getting rid of a lot of middle people, because like, let's say you have one person on a manager of a team of 3 people, and then another person, a manager of a team of 3 people, and they both report to this other person. directly. So they're sorry, let's get rid of those 2 middle people and let's have the 6 people report directly to this person to get faster decision makings. And they can even cut it even more than that if they wanted to. But then it starts getting a little bit messy on making decisions because you have to find the right balance. All right. So it says Microsoft eliminated 9,000 positions in its second 2025 layoff round, affecting 4% of staff while maintaining $80 billion in AI infrastructure. Good Lord, that is a lot of money. Oracle cut approximately 10% of its Oracle Cloud infrastructure workforce in India following Meta's successful 2023 year of efficiency playbook that contributed to 190% stock gains.
Money. Hey.
AI integration strategy. Beyond structural changes, Google is pushing employees to integrate artificial intelligence into daily workflows. You guys remember that we reviewed the Coinbase CEO fired. Yes, he fired engineers on a Saturday. He said by Friday, if you do not have Google Copilot installed, the one that we're paying for, the enterprise version that we're paying for, if you don't have it installed, then come see me cash me outside on Saturday. And he said, you know what? Because you delinquent, disrespectful, ungrateful employees did not get the work done.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
They are not playing about their AI. They are not playing about their AI. So you guys think using AI for like recipes and workout plans, that's no. These companies are serious because the number one thing that companies want is efficiency. They want you to stop wasting money to run up the gains.
On, back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
So if they're going to be paying for these tools, and they're not cheap either, especially enterprise license, they're not cheap. So if they're going to be paying for these tools and you're not using it, they're going to say you got to get up and out of here. You got to get up and out of here. All right. It says CEO Sundar Pichai reported an estimate 10% productivity boost among engineers utilizing AI, reflecting the company's dual approach of workforce optimization and technology adoption, according to the report. So you guys remember, I said earlier that I worked one-on-one with Gemini, and it's got to be 99% of the way to getting my app working, right? So you got to embrace these tools. Like especially if your company is paying for it and making it available to you, using it for work, and then if you can, if the company has an initiative for you to use AI, and then you can brag and boast about how you're using AI, it's gonna make a world of difference for you. All right, and they're gonna start. If you can be the subject matter expert or one of them on AI at work and show off the cool ways that you're using it, it's gonna be a total game changer. All right. Let me see. This thing is so annoying. Hold on. Go away. All right, hold on. Oh my goodness. It's just why are you here? You are so annoying. We're doing so well. There we go. All right, cool. So, all right, says the company eliminated specific engineering roles, combining technical leadership and management functions, with many affected employees transitioning to other internal positions, according to sources with direct knowledge. What are the market implications? The management restructuring represents Google's response to intensifying competition in cloud services and AI development. The trend reflects broader concerns about AI's long-term impact on employment, with some economists projecting that automation could affect 25% of U.S. jobs by 2030, according to Goldman Sachs research. Right. So, what do I think? What do I think about that? I think then, if that's the case, then you got to get on your automation game. I am always looking to be at the forefront of all this tech stuff. How to and then somebody tells me about something, I'm like, oh, let me try it out. forgot the email. The person in the chat about the emails. They were like, "Oh, can you try this open source?" I'm like, "Hell yeah! Tell me more about it, right?" But that like always being at the forefront of this new technology to try it out. Don't get addicted to it. But like I said earlier, the work that I didn't even know where to go next on installing this application the way that my company wanted me to install it, and I didn't have the resources. And I'm telling you, Gemini got me 99% of the way there. And after I jump off the stream, I'm going to jump right back on my work computer to try to figure this thing out, right? So you gotta learn it. There's a large language model AI course that I've been taking that I'm going to get back to probably in September in the mornings. But it's really, really important to understand this stuff, right? Let me see. What is this? So Matt Maley Inner Circle what is this? I don't know what this is. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right, that's it. Anyways, that is it. You really got to get onto this AI thing because it's not going anywhere. And while people are afraid that it's going to take their jobs, well, no. AI is not going to take anybody's job. The person who understands and uses AI and shows that they know how to use it and make and be more efficient with it, they're the ones who are going to take. So you have one person who uses AI really, really well, and that person will take 5 people's jobs. And I want to be that one person. I don't want to be that one of those 5 people who are on LinkedIn complaining like, "Oh my God, AI is going to take jobs. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." I'm not going to be them. I'm going to be the person who's going to be learning AI, doing all these cool things, staying ahead of the game so I will be the one that takes your job. All right.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's go to the chat and see what we got going on over here. Let's see. We got Miss Freckles in the building. What's up, Miss Freckles? You guys remember the DMX songs? There's nothing but trouble ahead. I'm just kidding. Miss Freckles is welcome to trouble. Let's see. Says the government is no longer hiring from Magnetar. No one wants to work for the government anyways. I'm just saying. It says the private sector, it happens. Let's see. It says, hello everyone. Have a great show. T-Sphere. Thank you so much, Miss Freckles. And Angie D says, we gotta use Copilot in my job too. It's mandatory. What do you if you can share, what do you use? Like, what do they have you using Copilot to do? Yeah, like what are you using Copilot to do? I know that we have it available at my job. So at my job we have Devin available. We have Copilot available. The thing is for me, I don't really use VS Code to use Copilot. So I'm more of a JetBrains type person. But I still use I make a lot of use. I probably use Gemini the most at my job because we have the enterprise version of Gemini from the company. I probably use it the most, and then I use a bunch of other tools as well. But also staying within the parameters of work. Let's see. Where are we? It says only evil people want to be in the private sector. All right. We're gonna get to our next segment of work for tonight. All right, so let's go over to why do I have a love? I mean, I do love hallucination, but that's not the one I want up. All right, cool. So let's jump into the next segment of work.
Let's go!
All right, so after I put that in there, it says thanks for flagging this. Right now, the backend isn't attaching real scans details to save results. The front end isn't mapping details to save results. The front end isn't mapping any that might exist. I'll fix both so we can populate URL validation minimum needed. That was weird. It's like, and that's the thing with this stuff, right? Sometimes like you'll ask it to do something and it'll totally do something totally different. You're like, what are you doing? But it's all good. It is all good. Let's go ahead and do another scan. Let's do, and we're gonna do a comprehensive. Gotta have this stuff saved. Let's do dashboard, email, password. What is the password? All right, let's put an email. Start the scan. I mean, because last time it looked like the scan actually went through, but then let's take a look at this over here. But then it didn't actually give us the results. I wonder if I actually authenticated or not. All right, so it's going through it's crawling right now. All I wanted was the duration. That's it. I didn't mean to break everything. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see if it populates. See, it's not working. It is not working. Let me see. So look at this. Has results true, but then when it goes and has a duration 1 minute 2 seconds, but then over here it says false. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy all this. And we're gonna say when the scan is completed, it has this below, but we are still not populating any scan results on the results page. And that is very, very annoying, I must say. Very annoying. Because somewhere, refresh this. It's like it's not populating the results. It's like in between the two pages, something isn't matching together. And you see all this is here. Well, maybe that's not exactly it. All right, let's see. We go here. All right, so thanks for the detailed logs. Issues that the results page ignores the enriched flags coming from the service. I'll update the results page. 2, prefer the enriched scan, has scan and duration flags. Fall back to safer computed checks for if those are missing. This ensures the UI shows the real scan selection when the service has real scan data true and uses the accurate duration. All right, so let's see if we can get through this with just a simple refresh, but if not, you know. Let's see. It's been kind of running slower lately. Yeah, but once we get like, because what I want to do, once we get like the scan results, then I want to go and compare it to something else, right? To have a good baseline. Let's see. Now that the result, so let me see. What if can I just refresh this page, see what we get? Nope. All right, so we gotta do another scan. So let's do another scan. Type this out again. And we go here. And we do auth dashboard email. All right. Start the scan. Live activity. What is this? Live activity feed? Was this always there? And then I'm going to take what Pluperfective said and try to say, hey, can we also implement OWASP scans in this too? Or principles or something like that? So it's crawling. Oops. Why can't I bring this thing down? There we go. So it's in the reconnaissance. The reconnaissance takes some time. All right, that's done. That's done. Why does everything says false though? Everything says false now. Interesting. Something isn't right. So I'm going to say, if this is, I'm going to revert if this doesn't work right, but when the scan is running, I can see a bunch of the scans saying that they are false, like something is timing out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here and let's refresh this. So this is in the logs for the scan execution. And let's go to, so this is just now. Let's see. Let's see. 27, 20. So where is, all right, hold on. Let me see. Let me refresh this. I'm trying to find the logs of the scan being, so successfully completed. Updated step analysis in progress. So it's doing all the stuff, but it's like there's some type of disconnect between the back end and the. All right, hold on. All these errors. What does this mean? Okay, that's fine. Invalid URL. All right, so I can see the scans happening in the super base logs through the scan execution function, but they're not correlating. But when looking at the logs while the scan is running, it's saying that the scan results are false. Says the has scan results are false before it goes to the results page. Can we? This was working before we tried to fix the duration displaying. We see what caused this to break. I tell you. Let's see. The problem is the logic we added to the results page. We're checking for scan data as any has row scan data, which is coming from the service enrichment. This is like it's being set incorrectly. Looking at Superbase scan service, I can see the issue. The service is setting has row scan data based on whether row scan data exists, but the scan results are actually stored in scan result. Oh, okay. The issue is the service's get scan results method was looking for real scan data in the wrong place. Okay. So if we were to refresh this, what do we get? I don't think that's real. This is not real. This is not real. That is not real. That is so not real. All right, I'm gonna revert this because it like you get to a point where it's like all right, this is gonna be we're not gonna get it to work, so we just revert and then we start over again. So I'm restoring it. Then we're gonna do a scan, make sure the scan works, and then we can actually get back to it. Let's see. All right, we're restored. I'm gonna refresh, and then we're gonna do another scan because this is crazy. All right, so let's go to do the scan again. And we're gonna say this one. And email. Let's see. If I turn this off, will it work? Nope. All right, so let's do. scan. All I really wanted was this time to be placed in the duration, but apparently they had different ideas. Let's see. What's happening, John Hanley? So happy to have you in the building. So now the scan should work, allegedly. But that's also what I mean by the hallucinations. Like, so I don't mind hallucinations from Gemini. It kind of bothers me in Lovable, to be honest with you. It's really annoying in Lovable. Cause like it'll just make these random changes, and then you're like, okay, why did you do that? Let's see. Yeah, so it's definitely taking a lot longer on this scan than it was before. So that's a good sign that it should work. All right. Okay. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go to, let's see, OWASP. Oops. Let's see. All right. Huh, is it getting stuck? Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Is it getting, oh, I think it got stuck. Great. Unable to connect to, real time is unable to connect to project database. Interesting. Why is that? Let me check over here. That was just now. This was working. Why did it crash? Why did it crash out? All right, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna copy these over here. We got, when running a scan, we just got this issue. Wait a second. Okay, restart. All right, cool. All right, so I can see there's their connection timeout. They're unable to connect, suggest temporary connectivity problems. Let me fix this by adding better error handling, fallback mechanism. There should be a retry mechanism. If it times out or something, it should retry like up to 5 times before just ending the connection, you know? And it should have like what they call an exponential back off. So let's say you retry once after 10 seconds and it still doesn't work, then you retry a second time, but this time after 20 seconds. And then if it still doesn't work, then you try again, but this time maybe like after 40 seconds or something like that, so that you don't just kill it right away. But this is good to come across because we start to learn all the little different potential issues that the app would be having. And I do want to prompt it about the OWASP as well.
Lunch break, lunch break.
But we do want the the scan to actually work. So I said, all right, I've updated the Sububase scan, adding error handling, real-time subscriptions, implemented polling fallback. If real-time fails, the subscription will pull the database every 3 seconds to check for updates. Better connection monitoring. Uh-oh, there was an error. Let's see. What was that error? Doesn't exist on JSON. All right, cool. All right, while it's doing that, we're gonna go to break, and then hopefully get to adding the OAuth part. Let's see. All right, let's go to break. Let's go to break and let it do its thing, and then we shall get back to it for one last segment after the break. Remember, check out resumeflow.app, sponsor of the show. Thank you so much. Get your resume analyzed, upload your resume, see how the applicant tracking system sees your resume, get feedback, put in a job description, see how well you match up to that job, see if there's any skills you need to improve on, all that good stuff. Resumeflow.app. Check it out today. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. All right, let me see who we got in the building. Let's see. John Hanley in the building. I'm not going to know anything about what y'all talking about. Did you hear that the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons? I did not hear that. This is breaking news to me. I've been hearing about the agent and the negotiations and stuff like that, but I didn't know that. They just traded him. That's interesting. I don't know. Let's see. It says I'm out of my zone here. Look. There have been many people who have come here and they felt that they were out of their zone. They stuck around for a little bit and they learned a lot, and now they're a lot more confident. They're not experts. They're not experts, but they're a lot more confident in this tech side of the game. So all you got to do is just listen and soak up the information, and then you just go to ChatGPT, Gemini, you put in a prompt, and then you will be on your way from there. Let me see. Junior says, me too. I've been here long enough to start to catch on a keep up a little bit. Yep. I'm telling you, Junior, he like after we did that Lovable vibe coding show, and I was like, go sign up for Lovable, use the free credits that they give you, and he is way further today than he was 2 months ago, right? Right, Junior? Tell me I'm lying. Junior, tell me that I'm lying. And Junior says, Lovable saw you were getting very efficient with the prompts and teaching people how to be effective, and had to change up their token usage plan. That's exactly, it's my fault. I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything. It is all my fault. Let's see. To the freaking Packers. What? Oh my goodness. It says computers, mind blowing. All right, let me see. Let's jump into this. Let's jump into Magnetar's subject real quick. So let's go over to, let's take a look at this Math GPT. All right. So let's take a look at this article to see, is this something we could try? Let me go over here. Right. So throw up 5 minutes. So let's start reading. This is from TechCrunch. Oh, come on, TechCrunch. Give me a break here. All right. So Math GPT, the cheat-proof tutor and teaching assistant expands to over 50 institutions. I never heard of it before. So it's, oh God, this is huge. Hold on 1 second. Oh, still there. Okay, I got you. Oh, not that one. Where do I get rid of the green? Maybe that. Oh no. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right. So, As AI becomes more prevalent in the classroom where students use it to complete assignments and teachers are uncertain about how to address it, an AI platform called MathGPT.ai launched last year with the goal of providing an anti-cheating tutor to college students and teaching assistants to professors. Following a successful pilot program at 30 colleges and universities in the US, MathGPT.ai is preparing to nearly double its availability this fall, with hundreds of instructors planning to incorporate the tool. Schools implementing MathGPT.ai in their classroom include Penn State University, Tufts University, and Liberty University, amongst others. The most notable aspect of the platform is that its AI chatbot is trained to never directly give the answer, but instead ask students questions and provide support like a human tutor would. Magnus Hart, do me a favor. Drop me a math problem in the chat. I'm going to try to put it into math to see if I have access to MathGPT.ai to see what it does, all right? But instead ask student questions and provide support much like a human tutor would. This technique, known as the Socratic questioning, encourages the student to think critically rather than simply memorizing answers. For instructors, MathGPT.ai serves as a teaching assistant, generating questions and schoolwork based on uploaded textbooks and learning material, as well as offering auto-grading capabilities and additional AI features. MathGPT supports college-level math, including algebra, calculus, trigonometry. Is that gunplay? No, I'm just kidding. I took trigonometry in college. I know it's not gunplay, all right? But that would be a good album name. That would be a great album name. Trigonometry, not trigonometry, but trigonometry. Anyways, I digress. And more. So, I guess it's a look from it. Welcome back, Lauren, instructor. And it says my courses, stats, what? Calculus, pre-calculus. My library. Says, in addition, the expansion MathGPT launched an upgraded version of its platform, introducing new features that give professors more control over how their students use the tools. The main feature that sets MathGPT apart from other AI companies is that its instructor-centric approach. Recently, the platform has become even more focused on instructors' needs. For example, instructors can now determine when the students are allowed to interact with the chatbot. They can specify whether the AI should provide tutoring support for specific assignments while encouraging students to work independently on others. Another new feature allows professors to set the number of attempts a student has to answer a question correctly. To promote a low-pressure learning environment, MathGPT has also introduced unlimited practice questions for students. These questions don't affect their score, allowing students to test their knowledge without stressing about grades. Oh my goodness. Additional features that MathGPT offers to instructors include optional requirements for students to upload images of their work. Sneaky. This enables professors to review submission and verify the authenticity of the students' work. Other recent updates include integrations with three largest learning management systems, LMS, Canvas, Blackboard, and Brightspace. It also added screen reader compatibility and in audio mode, making it more accessible to individuals with disabilities. The platform already offers closed captions for its summarized video lessons, which are notably AI narrated to sound like historical figures like Ben Franklin.
Back to work. Chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work.
Ben Franklin and Albert Einstein. The company claims it complies with the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. So hello, how can I assist you with algebra problem? Should I set the denominator to 0? Yes, that's correct. All right, and then we have Ben Franklin over there. Let's see. While chatbots like Meta AI, Character.ai, and ChatGPT have faced criticism for inappropriate interactions with young youth. What does that have to do with this? Okay, that makes sense. MathGPT says it has strict guardrails in place to ensure a safe learning environment. So basically, they said, you know what? our chatbots are not going to be having relationships with its students like some teachers do in schools. Okay, I hear you. It will not have discussions with you about your girlfriend, boyfriend, or the meaning of life. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for not doing that. Peter Reland, the chairman of MathGPT, told TechCrunch it will simply not engage because these freestanding chatbots will go in that direction, right? We are not here to entertain those kind of conversations. Says, I'm not trying to be your friend. I am trying to be your tutor. Reland helped incubate Got It AI and was an early Discord investor. It's important to note that, like any chatbot, MathGPT's AI assistant still has the potential to produce inaccurate information hallucinations. The chatbot has a disclosure at the bottom that warns that AI may make mistakes. Users can report the response to the company if they believe the questions were answered incorrectly. It says, if you find a mistake, we'll reward you with a gift card to tell us what it is. Year 1, there were 5 hallucinations. Year 2, there was 1. So far this year, there has been none. So we take it very... all right. I got to know. How much is a gift card? How much is a gift card? Can somebody say how much the gift card was from MathGPT? And what was the gift card to? Was it like a Visa card? Was it an Amazon gift card? I'm just curious. These things intrigue me. Like, how much is it for? Like, me reporting it to you, making your software better. How much did you pay me for? How much did you give me for that? Right? A team of humans of annotators do double check every piece of work, textbook, and all other content to ensure 100% accuracy. To continue its growth, the company plans to develop a mobile app in the future and expand to more subjects such as chemistry, economics, and accounting. That's awesome. MathGPT offers a free option as well as a $25 per student per course option. The paid option includes several benefits such as unlimited AI assignments and LMS integration. That's awesome. That is awesome. This article is written by Lauren Forrestal over at TechCrunch. So let me go check if mathgpt.ai is available for me. Do I have access to MathGPT? Let's see. Sign up for free. Can I sign up? Can I sign up for MathGPT? I pulled it off the screen just in case it's asking me for some personal information. What's going on? Why can I not sign up for MathGPT? Let's see what's the pricing to. $0 first, perfect for individual educators in small class. Is it for only teachers? Every 25 per student per course. So who's paying this 20? Is it the student paying the 25 or is it the? I don't know why I can't. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. All right, there we go. So I'm a student. Let me sign up as a student with Google. Let me do that. Continue. I need a math question. Oh, wow. Can you believe that? I got rejected. Please ask your professor/instructor to get you. That is not fair. That is not fair at all. Just because I'm not a student, that means I don't get access to this? All right. I got you. Would somebody please try? Let me see. Could somebody please try to sign up for this? Let me see again. Let me try again. Let me see. I'm an instructor. Technically, I'm an instructor, right? I'm tech coach up. I'm an instructor. Let me see. See what happens. Let's see. Boo. Trash. It says, access currently limited to verified institutions. If you'd like to request, please register your email here and we'll keep you updated. Boo. Out of here. Get out of here.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Next up. What's out? We're at 1-4. I'll throw in one last segment. I will throw in one last segment. I was thinking about ending the show, but I will throw in one last segment. All right. Let's throw up. Let's get one more in.
It's time to do.
And we are gonna go to try out another run. And these things have allegedly been fixed. So I'm gonna go here. Wait a second. It actually did end up finishing. We got our score. AI is not working for some weird reason. Let me see. Let's see why AI is not working. Logs. Invalid. Oh, they went and they changed it. That's what happened. All right. So let me fix that back because I don't know who went in there and changed it. Sonar. So that's why it stopped working, because when they were making updates, they changed our model to something else. All right, let's go ahead and deploy the updates. Deploy updates. Magnetar, you should check if you have access to it. Math and GPT.ai, you should check if you have access to it and see how it works. All right, so that should be fixed. So let me go back over here. Let me refresh this page. And now it's going to go through. We have our score breakdown. We don't have our duration. All right. So we have our current threat landscape. We have our security report. All right, so now I'm going to say, based on what Pluperfective had said, can we implement and integrate some OWASP, what is it called? OWASP security scanning principles, so we can make sure we are properly scanning these web applications. You know what I forgot to do? I was going to check Google to see if our app was inside of the App Store, because I think I pushed it this morning or maybe yesterday. I don't know. I pushed it at some time, but I want to see if it's out there. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some OWASP methodologies in there. Since our resident cybersecurity expert said that we should have that in there, let's put it in there. All right, let's see. So writing OWASP testing frameworks. Cool. There goes your OWASP Pluperfective. You asked for it. You totally got it. Let's see what it's writing while it's there. Look at that. Putting everything in place. Oh, my computer, that's so loud. All right. Let's see. So it's writing a bunch of stuff, a bunch of files. It is adding a whole comprehensive suite. Let's see. That is a lot of work. Well, while it's doing that, I'm going to go check my developer account. Sorry. Oop, not that. I think we're in prod. Look at that. Look at that. I think we're in prod. Is this thing done yet? All right. So, all right, cool. So, ooh, there's a build issue. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. While that's being fixed, let me go and check over here. It says production. It says we're in production. Let me see, view app. It says we're in production. How can I see on the Play Store? I don't even know. I didn't even know that we're in prod. And my account is not at threat to be closed anymore. Look at that. We killed a few birds with one stone. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, look at that. There we go. So if we take a look at here, look at that. Last updated August 28, 2025. That's today. That is today. Oh my God. Our app is live. Our app is live in production. So go drop this in the link right quick. I still have to push the update for Apple, but look at that. Boom. Check it out. Check it out. We are the work that we did that we finished up on Tuesday. It is live in the Google Play Store. I gotta maybe next week I'll do it for Apple. That should be pretty quick to get it up there now that we got Google up there. But we did have some deadlines to meet for Google, and we've met those deadlines. So shout out to us. More issues. All right, let's fix these issues. It's probably gonna mess everything up. To be honest, I think it's gonna mess everything up. I think everything's gonna get messed up. I don't have that much confidence in these changes. All right, so let's see. All right, so it said it fixed it. Let me go check my edge function again to make sure it didn't change it back to a different let me see, Sonar. Yep. It changes back. It is obsessed with this llama model. Jesus Christ. All right, Sonar. All right, let's keep that as it is. All right, so let's see. Let's try the scan over again. I don't know what to expect. Now that we implemented this OAuth stuff, go over here. And let's go with dashboard. That's not that one. Let's go here. Let's do a scan. Let's see where this OAuth stuff is going to come into play. Oh, look at that. Our polling fallback worked. Why is this thing still here? I thought we got rid of it. I do not trust your vibes whatsoever. I don't trust you. I don't trust you today. Because why? Like, I thought we got rid of this thing and it's back. Shout out to Google. We are in the Play Store. Oh, we got scan narrations also undefined. Okay. Ooh, what just happened here? What just happened here? What was that all about? Network. Okay, well, that's good to see. So it's interesting. Let's go to so after scanning, the page didn't load and only had this message. There were no console logs or network logs. Let's see what happened there. Looking at the error you're experiencing, let me analyze the issue step by step. Looking at the code. Right, failed to load. Data fetching logic, I can see. The component uses okay, but looking at the layer, notice Ubase. The problem is there's a mismatch between Ubase client and the results component. Remove the conflicting Ubase import. Okay. Let me make sure again that they didn't change my. All right, that's still good. Can I just refresh this first? Let me see. No. Oh, God, I gotta do a stupid scan over again. All right. I guess we'll do the scan over. Oh, that's weird. What is this page? All right. Let's be our last scan, I guess. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, and put, oh God, oh, there you go. All right, let's try another scan, see what happens. I just wanted to see the OAuth stuff, and then sorry, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? If it's not one thing, it is another. These LLMs ain't loyal. They not. They not. They not. Let's see. Close that out. Close out Math GPT because they're useless to me because you are discriminating against a non-student using your application. It's all good though. It is all good. It's kind of like how Facebook was at first. Let's see. All right. See, everything is saying false though. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's see. Receive scan. Let me see here. Something weird is happening. Something weird is happening. Like it's not finishing up its work. I'll copy these while I can. I'm gonna say the scan isn't finishing. I'm getting this in the console log now. Make sure. Yeah, it's getting stuck. Let me start from over here. And I will copy that into here, send that off, and let's see what it can figure out with this, but that's going to be it. It's what it is. It is what it is. How many cards I have left? 49. Guess we'll roll over tomorrow with some more credits. What you thinking about? Let's see. Let's see. I think I give it a lot of complex things to do, to be honest with you. Mine aren't like the simple little apps. Like, oh, just do this basic thing. Which those probably make a lot of money, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think of something simpler. Something quick and easy. And then, all right, so let's see. Clearly shows the scan progress through reconnaissance, but never advances to the next step. The issue that our edge function tries to schedule the next step using the set timeout, which may not run after the function returns in the edge environment. Let's see. Let's see. So now it's probably going to mess up my watch. Let's see.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that. I will take a look at it, see what happens, and we'll pick up on it next week. Continue with it, see if we can implement this OAuth part to it, and get the scan to go through. I think we're just trying to get the right results, and get the OAuth will be really, really cool. But we'll see. We shall see. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I am done. I'm about to go jump back on my work computer because I'm addicted to getting this thing to work. What can I say? I am a token fiend. It is what it is. It is what it is.
You're such a nerd.
I know. But that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly, truly appreciate you guys. Remember, tomorrow we have the bug bite. We're going to be talking about Starlink and its availability. So tune in tomorrow at noon. TechCoachRalph.dev. Sign up today. Join us for our Vibe Code and Chill. We talk a bunch of tech stuff on a Google Meet every other Saturday. We do really, really good stuff. What else do we have? Check out resumeflow.app. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Upload your resume. Get your resume analyzed. See how the applicant tracking system sees your resume, and then move accordingly. Upload or put in a job description. See how well you match up. All of that good stuff. Resumeflow.app. Sign up today. Give it a try. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. J Ben, shout out to you. Junior, thank you so much for tuning in. Magnetar, as always.
Let's get it.
John Hanley, thank you for tuning in, and feel free to ask any questions and I will do my best to explain it to you. But this is the tech game. We are trying to level up. My guy Courtney Egger show. Thank you so much as well for tuning in. Looking forward to your next show as well. Angie as well. Thank you so much. Miss Freckles. So thank you so much for tuning in as well. Every last one of you guys are truly, truly appreciated.
I appreciate you.
Super effective as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me the OWASP idea and for helping me break the app. But we're gonna fix it. We are gonna fix it. All right. But until then, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow at noon for the bug bite, and then Sunday afternoon live. We're gonna get back to work. But until then, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. TechCoachRalph, we are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Said it was a 5, but it's 6 feet deep. Now I'm digging through the rubble of the plans I keep. You flip the switch, you flip the script. Left me stranded on a sinking ship. I asked for one thing, just one, but you spun a web. Now it's all undone. Chasing tails, chasing ghosts, losing myself in the cold outholes.
You said it was a vibe I could ride, but now it's a tide.
You killed my vibe, oh, you killed my vibe. Took the spot, left me empty inside. I gotta restore, rebuild, rewind. You killed my vibe, but I'll take back my mind.
I asked for one thing, now it's all gone wrong. Kill my vibe like a flatline song. Gotta restore it all, rebuild the flow. But you left me here with nowhere to go.
Rabbit holes twist, they pull me deep. Burning tokens, promises you won't keep. I'm trapped in this loop, can't escape. Reality woes, the edges reshape.
Rabbit holes got me spinning down. Burning tokens till I hit the
I
ground.
asked for one thing, now it's all gone wrong. Kill my vibe like a flatline song.
Gotta restore it all, rebuild the flow. But you left me here with nowhere to go. Patch it up, stitch the seams, lost in lines, rewriting dreams. What was broken, I'll make it new. You can't delete my soul.
Every move you made was a match to a fuse. word you said felt like bad tattoos. Permanent marks I can't erase. Now I'm stuck in this chaotic space. You killed my vibe, oh, you killed my vibe. Took the spot, left me empty inside. I gotta restore, rebuild, rewind. You killed my vibe, but I'll take back my